Alright, so as you guys know, in the last video I showed you that the Sterling caught on fire and met an unfortunate end. So I've replaced it, and actually here it is now. So here's my Freightliner, which we should probably go get in. Alright, let's pull up here and we'll just go over this thing a little bit. Let's put the bed up in there. Alright guys, so here she is. This is the replacement for the Sterling. Picked up this 07 Freightliner FLD. Got a big Caterpillar and a straight 10 speed. Let's get this open. It's well used, but you know, runs good, doesn't blow any coolant out or oil or do anything crazy. Twin turbo Cat. Fortunately, I got a lot of extra twin turbo pieces. I also got some single turbo pieces. If I wanted to make it a single turbo, I could. Needs the heat shield put back on. I took that off. This truck was a 07 and it had the factory Donaldson catalytic converter mufflers, and I went ahead and got rid of those because they seemed like they were getting plugged up. So this one's back on, and I didn't feel like fighting a Y pipe under here, so we've got a dummy. And there's your factory catalytic converter muffler deal. It's got a Baxter built bed, got some extra lights. And I've run it some here, and it seems like a good truck. I put an injector in, it's on air ride. Put an injector in it, did a couple other things. It's got new bushings. Gonna need a couple tires at some point, but so far so good. I mean, I gotta have a tri-axle. International's hiding over there if I need a road tractor over in the distance. But yeah, I gotta have a dump truck around. Needs a hood latch. Got a new one of those, but oh, I think it's a pretty nice truck. Do what I needed to do. We'll climb in here now. A Legacy. Typical Freightliner interior that was the same from like forever till forever. You know, they had this, Classics had this interior for 132s and 122s and 112s, all that crap, all had the same dashboard for years. It used to be an automatic. It is now not an automatic. Yeah, nothing really crazy, just standard setup, big cab. I mean, definitely not an R model Mac, that's for sure. So I think it's gonna do the trick. It's got my good radio in here now. Fire this thing up. let's go for a little ride. Wipers. It does have a manifold leak, cylinder 6. I'm gonna fix that. Not today, but I'm gonna fix that at some point. Get the check engine light. Speed sensor on the back of the tranny doesn't have a reading. I don't know why. I was back there, I stuck a different sensor in it, checked the wiring. I'm not sure why it doesn't work. It's got a GPS speedometer in it though, so at least know how fast I'm going. I'll go for a little ride here. I'll tell you what, this air ride, it's nice. This is the first dump truck I've had with the air ride. Every other one I ever had was rubber block, and thought I'd hate it. Didn't think I'd like the, you know, the leaning, but it's not bad. It really surprised me. I think I like it. Carries good oil pressure. Just doing Caterpillar things. Still IVAs are active, still 18-to-1 compression, hasn't been screwed with, so I'm not gonna mess with it unless it blows up, and then obviously we'll drop the compression down with 16-to-1 piston packs, and I'll get rid of the IVAs and not have to worry about head gasket issues. And I'm gonna get a couple things for it. I like stuff looks nice, so the Sterling I didn't really care about how it looked because it was just an old Sterling. But this thing, I think we'll make it a little bit nicer. I like to put a visor on it, bullet cab lights, new bumper, a couple lights down on the rocker panel, a couple lights on the mirror, just the typical nonsense. But yeah, it rides out really good. Jake works really good. I haven't drove an Acer truck for a long time. It was like my very first truck that I ever drove when I still drove for somebody else. It was the first Acer truck I ever drove. I forgot like how good they Jake compared to a regular E model. Obviously they're not even close in contention with a Cummins, but pretty good for a Caterpillar. We'll turn around down here. Brakes are wet from this rainstorm we got. A little squeaky. 10 speed's okay. I mean, I don't love it in what I use a triaxle for. And where we're at, it's a lot of mountains. Car coming. There's a lot of mountains, and yeah, the 18 speed is a little bit nicer for that. I do like the reliability and the toughness of a 10 speed. I think out of everything I've ever drove, I've never torn up a 10 speed. Not once. Pulled my international how many times now, not torn up the 10 speed. But boy, you get in these mountains, I can't really turn this up much for every 550, you know, 18 to 1 with the IVAs on. So, you know, stock horsepower, 10 speed, yeah, it's a little rough sometimes. There's times I really use that half gear, but yeah, it'll be all right. You know, Sterling has a brand new 18 speed in it. There's nothing wrong with it. So at some point, maybe we'll swap that over. If this thing, you know, when it needs a clutch or whatever, swap it over. But rides out great. I mean, does a good job. Smooth, that's what I like about it. It just rides good. Tires, they're a little noisy, but nothing we can do about that. I figured I'd show you guys this thing and let you see the new addition. What I'm gonna daily drive for at least all summer. We'll see what happens. Hopefully it's as good a truck as what the old Sterling was. That thing was tough as nails. And a lot of the parts are the same, which is why, you know, kind of, I looked at a 13 Peterbilt before I went and got this, and you know, on the Sterling, it uses a lot of Freightliner parts. The fuel tanks are the same. Just a lot of the truck is a Freightliner on that Sterling. So go with what I know, and I got some extra parts, rears, driveline stuff. I got extra stuff now if I need it. You know, that saves money whenever things get tight. When you have extra stuff sitting around, a little bit convenient. But I think it'll make a good addition to the channel, and I think it'll make a good addition to a truck that serves the purpose that I need it to serve, especially, you know, in the summertime with construction work and blacktop work, and you know, things are just busy that way. And I can stay close to home, which is nice. Gotta love the old Freightliner air system for the climate control. That's pretty cool. Really fogging up now. Guess I still got it on off. Let's wheel in here. So say goodbye to the poor old Sterling. Obviously, it already rated the wheels and tires and stuff off of it. It had, you know, the floats on the steer axle, and let's get those off. Obviously, it had the floats on the steer axle and all virgins on the drive. So I wanted to keep all that for this truck. So all the tires come off the Sterling and went on this truck so that I could keep all my nice stuff. But well, guys, there she is in all her glory. Need to get I broke the clamp for that heat shield, so we need to get one of those. It sits over here. But I think she's gonna make a pretty decent truck. Get the full view. Yep. Well, thanks for watching, guys. This will be new truck on the channel. Maybe we ought to name it something. We'll have to see. Bye, old friend. Hello, new friend. All right, guys, thanks. Like and subscribe.